Hello, miss. In trouble dog. Got water? Yeah. And his little kennel. Good. Don't try to bite me over a bone. All these years, miss. All these years, and you tried to bite me over a bone. You went for a car drive and you got excited. You hung out and went and did some stuff for the day. And just lost your brain, didn't you? So, you're in. Dolphin. Skywalker now. Luke, hurry up. Go to Skywalker. I'm just getting involved where he shouldn't. Good boy, Brownie. Good girl, Sasha. You can wrestle. Yeah, come over here. Good chap. Bouncy dog. Good girl, Sasha. I see there's a remodeled defence, the wire. Thank you for that. Mesh. We've got this green mesh that goes all around the fence. I'll show you. So, oh, hang on, can't see that. You see the green mesh there? That's for the fencing. It's outside the yard, it's inside the yard. But that's so that little dogs can't come in or trying to keep possums and other animals out. It actually goes into the ground, a couple of feet. Can't see now, the grass has grown over. Oh, there you go. So it goes into the ground, a couple of feet out, or about a metre, and just stops little dogs from, when they come and visit, or ones that nearly fit through the fence, like Brownie here. We've got bus seats for the puppies in their new kennels that we're going to make, or cages. That's as long as the lead goes, Brownie. That's the yard, our view. Yeah. A little time out, outside pen for naughty dogs, who, if they try to fight with other dogs or bite me or whatever else at their time. I've had Angel for about 4 years. Yes, you, punk. She used to be snappy. She gets bones all the time, but I don't know, she had an issue that day. One of two dogs out of the couple of hundred I've personally had through my own property that come until they find the right home. Hello, Dolphin. Yeah, come over here, please. Come on, Luke. Come here. Come on, Luke. It's okay. Thanks. Luke, Dolphin, come here. So I've crouched down, which is then giving him the chance to come forward. Thank you. I'll give him a quick pat. That's a happy tail, circle tail, expecting a positive event. Good boy. Moving a little bit more to the right bias, now left because he's cautious as the dog ran past. He just, I know, yawning, trying to reduce stress. I know, look, Dolphin. Hey, yeah, yo. So he's just turning his head because he knows he's in trouble, because when this one, who's visiting to learn how to interact with dogs and what in a better manner, as he is, he's on a lead that probably, I don't know, what would that be? Probably 30 metres long, or 25 metres long. It's two leads joined together, so 40 feet, sorry, 45 feet, so however long that is, 15 metres long. So he can interact and pretty much go where he wants. It's the same as being off lead, but it just gives, so his head pushes through this one bit of the gate here. I don't have mesh on it because I'm changing it, the panels are down. But see how he's, exactly, that's my point. So see there, how he's sticking his head through there. There's areas on the fence when it got made, it had to be in a bit of a rush. The lady that I'd given $25,000 for to help with housing and whatnot, and come and help with the fence and help me out for a while, took the money and just didn't. So I had to get people and young kids and whatnot to come and help with the fencing because I got a busted neck and back. Good baby dog. This is my dog that I'm considering. He goes weekly on how long till euthanasia. He's got two busted hips, as you can see him walking there when they're moving their legs slowly. Good big dog, good Cody, you can go play. He's also got cancer through his body. I tried to look at getting his hips done, it has to be both. And it's just $15,000 that I don't have, up to 20 for his stuff. And then he's also got cancer through his body, so we just manage that with medication and natural supplements and whatnot. And good, that's a good boy. Much better attitude. You're sunbaking, are you? So yeah, it's a debate on comfort and quality of life for baby dog now. Had lots of dogs over the years and it's always a tough choice, but when he can't get around or look after himself, we're not really set up in this environment for him to be able to have a puppy wheelchair. I've had dogs that have had those, and various operations and things through the years. But his combination of the cancer in his body with his hips, to undergo the hip operation and stuff, or the cancer treatment, both would be contraindicating for the other medication and whatnot. So he's had a pretty good life. Had him for a fairly long time. Baby dog was probably, good boy Luke. So I'm just looking at his behaviour. Dolphin, what's wrong? Come here. So he's just standing there freezing. It's not bad, but he's just not comfortable. Good boy, keep coming. I know you. What's your issue with him? Thank you. Relax. Yeah, happy dog. When they're just staring or looking at something, focusing. It's not a natural thing to stare, same as humans staring at another human. If you know them for a long time, you can look at someone continuously in love, hate, fear, misunderstanding, attempting to interpret things. But his being there, when their tail doesn't move as well, they've got extra indicators. When his tail doesn't move like that and they're staring at an object, that's generally a sign that there's caution, stress, concern, inquiry. So they're trying to figure things out. But if it's the way they look, there's hard eyes and soft eyes. It's whether someone's really staring at you intently or looking as if they're asking questions or trying to figure things out. It's easy to read with dogs once you know. There is different dog breeds with different eyes. For example, Angel, good gal. See her caution is there, tucked back against the head. Her eyes are narrow, good girls. Blinking is a sign of trying to reduce stress. So it's a little bit hard interpreting the eyes of the dogs across the board if you're not used to being with other dogs, but your own one you'll know, and the ones that you're regularly with, you'll figure out their eyes and their ear positions very easily. Good puppy Snow. Yeah, all the teddies that we bring home and couches that they eat. They got to learn to destroy the things that I've got here. So once the cats are inside get destroyed, they come outside. And then if they don't learn to eat the stuff at this place, when they go to new homes, they're going to do it there. So here they get the opportunity, and they don't really get in trouble for chewing things. They get removed from the situation, shown what to do first of all. And the bit where I withdraw them or take them into a timeout area or restrict their access, that's only after I've got trust and understanding from them. Generally, it's encouraging. I do use treats and food for initial meeting and bonding. Good boy, good girl. Good girls, sorry. And good boy. I use treats for the initial meeting and greeting and giving a positive association and all of that understanding. However, after working with so many different people in different situations, socio and economically and physically in their environment, I've realised that the majority of people aren't going to carry treats, especially out here in the bush. They're not going to carry, good girls and boys, they're not going to carry a clicker in life. Gentle brownie, good girl Katie, good big dog. So I'm just seeing how quick he moves. Good girl, thank you. Brownie, leave it. Brownie, thank you. Good boy, good, leave it. Good big dog. So by restricting the time the dogs interact with another dog, that then gives this one the confidence that she doesn't have to react. So even though he's a bit hypo and he's moving fast and whatnot, watch your legs, Cody, he's going to tangle you up. That's the only other thing you've got to notice, is you'll get tangled up. And dogs, when they're wrestling sometimes, if you've got one on a long lead, they can get caught in it. Initially, you've got to make sure that there's no intent to fight, or there's one won't escalate it. Like Luke, dolphin dog over there that he's going towards now, he'll play and wrestle with some dogs, but he's just a little bit intolerant. I know I can teach him and I could make him interact with these other ones, but why? They get to pick and choose which ones they want. Sasha, the wolf, the Great Dane cross here, she's reasonably new like him, and I haven't made her go and be friends with him. She's chosen to want to start wrestling. And when he first came here, he sort of wanted to play, but he wanted to interact in a way. Instead of shaking hands with someone, you walk up and put him in a headlock, or you take him to the ground and say, hello, how you doing? So Sasha's actually teaching him how to play correctly, and she learnt previously from her life how to have fun with toys and lots of love and affection. So because she's been given so much love and affection and understanding, she's really forgiving. So a lot of the other dogs, Luke's had a bit of a different life. The dolphin dog that is over near now. So he's sort of come from there. He just doesn't tolerate stuff. He'll play and he'll do it and that, but and when he gets upset, he'll make a noise, which I reward the growling. Because if you don't reward the growling, then they've got to go straight to biting or defending themselves. So Sasha's, when you've got different dogs, Cody, for example, she loves dogs. She's one that she was living on a chain for a while because the people who had her on a property, other dogs would go past, or not a lot of people have got fences and stuff. Other dogs would go there, and she didn't know how to play either, and they'd sort of react crankily, or angrily, aggressively, or offensively, whatever it is. They just acted in a way she didn't know, and because she's so big, she'd just break their neck and kill them. So she'd killed a couple of dogs, living on the property, but living on a chain for 6 years, people think that's sad or whatever, and it is, I agree, but it's not really in relation to the reason. She got off and they loved her. She actually found me in the local town, the area. They're probably 60 k's away, which isn't much. Takes me about 20 minutes to drive into a little close town, and to get to that's a village. To get to anything that would be considered an actual town would take me over an hour's drive, and that's only got a couple of thousand people in it. So a major city though, you can go to the Gold Coast in 2.5 hours. To Byron Bay in 2 hours, Ballina, same sort of thing. And inland, get to go to Tenterfield, where was the Federation formed, Sir Henry Parkes, and so many other. Peter Allen, the singer, he's got his father's and his family's leather shop there, I think it is, or saddlery, the Tenterfield Saddler, hence for that. That's still there, so that's pretty good in a historical way. So she comes from an area around near there, and by her learning that this is how you play with other dogs and do whatever, she wrestles with all of them. Her and Sasha have wrestles. You good gal? Yeah. So that's some of the things that I focus on, our little area, and when their tail's curled up a little bit more, the higher the tail and the more curled it is, like those two, the more potentially assertive they are. The more they're sort of sticking their chest out, or they're... Hello, Banjo. How you doing, my puppy dog? This is my little protecto dog. Happy dog. Good boy. Go play. And here's the one who now teaches them and allows them good shake. So shaking's over the last event, whether it's positive or negative. Ready to move on, sort of thing. Good girl, Sash. Good Brownie. Good Banjo. Out of there. Banjo. Mr. Fox, leave the snakes, leave the lizards, leave the birds. Mr. Fox, do you want to go to Alaska or move, please? Quick. Now. Quick like a bunny. Thank you. Keep moving. So anytime that a dog's staring or focusing on something here, that's some of that green mesh that I've got, and the bus seats in there. So sometimes there's snakes and lizards and birds and whatnot. And yeah, so anytime they stare or focus at it, there's a different tail position when they're hunting or they're focusing on something. I call it a snake tail with this one. Hello, Banjo. Thank you. And if they're allowed to continue to go near them, chase them, or hunt them, then there's a potential they can get hurt. If they make the noise and stand there and, Mr. Fox, you're coming back towards it. Just in through there. Mr. Fox, leave that alone or you'll go to Alaska. Sasha, can you move please? Or Hogwarts. Thank you. So each of them have their own timeout word or reset word. Thank you. Leave that alone. And I point at what it is. If you leave that alone, good girl, very good. And then reward the walking away. Good girl, good, leave it. And then tell them what? Good, leave it alone. Oh, very good. Good, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox, come here. Good, leave it alone. Thanks. There's the noise that we listen to. Oh, Brownie. That noise. Good girl, Cody dog. I got it. Brownie. Her freezing, so you know she's a little bit uncomfortable. They can Brownie, leave it now. Time out. Or come here. Brownie, come here. Good Sash. Good Cody. Brownie's walking slow, moving. Stop. Sit. So if Brownie doesn't listen to me, stay Cody. If Brownie doesn't listen to me now, sit down or go to timeout. Okay. So now I unclip the leads and he goes straight to his reset spot. When I tell you, and the reason why, when I tell you to sit, if you don't sit, good Cody dog, good girl. Go play, Cody. When I tell you to sit, if you don't sit, you go to timeout. Let's go. See, ate another cushion. Timeout, in there. Not in there. Hey, timeout, please. In here. Thank you. You got food, water, stuff you've chewed up. So you ripped open another blanket, that's fine. You're in timeout because I told you to leave it. Then I told you to sit. Brownie, sit. Now. Sit down, please. Isn't it weird? You do know the words. That doesn't mean sit down and then move your head around. Watch out. I'm closing your pen. Brownie, sit down, please. Now. Pull your head in, literally. Hey. Sit. Now, please. What, you don't know how to sit? So, he's not going to listen. He now loses. All he's doing is he's focusing on other things, sort of not paying attention. You ask your child to go to their room or to do something. Banjo, if you don't get out of that snake area now, you can go to Patterson. Banjo, back inside. Back over here, please. Come here. Quick. Quick like a bunny. That's not quick. Those little tiny licks that he's doing. His head down. Sorry, Tart, sit down. Pull your head in. Relax, stop. Sit. So you take away those extra restrictions. If he keeps barking there, he's going to come out, and there's a tree down the bottom over there. He's going to get tied to that tree. So I'll give him a little bit of time to get over it. I'm going to go and give him a toy, something to play with. He's another one, even though he's got things there, and tell him good toy, good whatever, and get him to sit and start again. So it's just it's like intolerance of when they do something, they're not actually in trouble, they just get given another option. If you don't want to sit and you don't want to do what I ask, you don't get to be a part of my bit. If you want to be cranky and bite me or other dogs, whatever the animal is, you can still get everything. She got more bones than she could possibly handle that day. I gave her a whole big shopping bag sort of size full of bones. Because if she's worried about the bones or toys, if they get possessive or cranky over toys, I give them all the toys they could possibly have. If that's the most important thing to them, to have that bone or those toys, you can have that. No worries, you got that. But you don't get to be a part of our world if you're going to be not socially polite. You know, you don't have to get along with every other dog, but you can't hurt them. You can't want to go over there. You can't get involved in issues that aren't theirs. They can't stare at them. And they can't make the other dog feel uncomfortable. If they do, then they lose us for a little bit, or they get given a spot to lay down, normally lay down on a dog bed or whatever else. If they don't lay down on the dog bed, and they won't stay there, when then gets the other dog to be more comfortable, from there, they then just move to their next. Brownie! Hey! There's only so much I can tolerate. Do you want to go down to your outside timeout? You want to go to your naughty corner? You can. Relax. Good, quiet dog. Then reward the things he's doing. Good, quiet dog. Good Brownie. Good, quiet dog. So we're going to try again. Thank you, Cody. You're very good. Can you sit? Brownie, how about you sit? That's jumping up. That's everything opposite of sitting. Can you sit, please? But you just don't know how to sit now. That's okay. Sit. With your head sticking out. That's fine. That's perfect. Good sit. Thank you. Shake because he's finished being his little smart aleck. I get it, and you know how to sit. You just don't want to. Your desires of being silly at the moment are more important than doing what you're asked. Banjo, can you come out here, please? You're not helping him. Banjo's trying to rescue him by going next door. There's a way he knows how to open the cage. Banjo's going to stay with me forever. Sasha will be looking for a new home. Dolphin will probably stay for another year or two. He needs to go on a diet. He's got hormone issues. Cody dog's pretty old. She could go to anywhere that has a place that's got secure fencing, and another dog that they get along with. This one's a little nervous dog, but he would be able to go with a place of... I'm going to end this because he's not going to stop barking. He'd be able to go with a place, no kids under 12. Just because if the kids are in high school, they know how to deal with situations, and it's a lot less risk of bite. They have an understanding of when to stay away from dogs more than kids under that age. That's the only reason. Not so much he's going to do something, but by his nervous activity and the way he sort of pants and moves. All dogs have got different sort of personalities and attitudes and traits, you know, genetic predispositions, we could say. However, each of them still have the same language and the same ability to be able to be managed or control the situation, whatever you want it, whether that makes them a working dog, an assistance therapy dog, a police dog, a home dog, or just a dog that does what you want, when you want, how you want, and they're still allowed to do what they want, when they want, how they want. Hope it helps from Nate and the Mutz. Good boy. Mr. Fox, can you come over here and sit? Let's see if one dog can do it. Mr. Fox. Thank you. Sit down. Thanks. Can you sit? Just there. Thank you. Go play. Go play. I give a release word after everything I ask, whether it's laying down, sitting, or whatever else. I give a release word. There's food over there. There's dinner there. Yeah. Good dinner. Good boys and girls. They've got food inside and kept there a lot of the time, but I also scatter food around so that when the new dogs, when Brownie's there, they can get used to eating amongst each other and food doesn't become an object or a possession. So, once again, take care from Nate and the Mutz. See ya.